What's up everyone? Welcome to Investing with Adam. I'm your host Adam, and today I'm talking to you about buying new construction. More specifically about buying new construction with a legal basement suite or the provisions for you to build a legal basement suite as soon as you take possession. The reason I'm covering this with you today is that I've been noticing lately more and more builders have been catering to the option of a suite, whether that's actually building an entire suite themselves or adding a side entrance and the rough-ins in the basement to make it easier to DIY after you buy it. In this video today, I'm going to cover the benefits to buying new, who might be interested in buying such products, and I'm going to show you some of the ways you can narrow down some of your options so you can find the best price and the best deal for you. Let's start with the benefits. Since February 2014, every brand new home built in the province has been required to have a warranty included with it, which means by buying new, you automatically get the mandatory 1, 2, 5, and 10-year warranty that's required by the province of Alberta. If you want to know more about the warranty details, check out the link below. Next is rentability. Now, new homes are typically built with today's buyers in mind, which means that it should be easier for you to get your product rented once you buy it because the homes are built specifically for the interests of people and what they're looking for today in today's homes. So the homes that you're competing with that might be built in the 60s are just no comparison at all compared to something that's brand new, that was built this year and is tailored to the minds of today's buyers. The next benefit is that these new homes are what I like to call a turnkey investment. And what that means is that right from day one, you have the ability to either give the keys to your basement tenant if you're going to move in upstairs, to your upstairs tenant if you're moving into the basement, or if you're an armchair investor, hand the keys off to both your upstairs and downstairs tenants and rest easy knowing that the roof is brand new, the walls are brand new, the foundation's brand new, the windows, the HVAC, the plumbing, the electrical, everything is brand new on the home and covered by up to a 10-year warranty, so there shouldn't be any problems in the first 10 years of ownership. Meaning you could buy a suited brand new home and own it for 10 years without having to worry about too much maintenance, and then you can either keep it until it pays itself off, or you can sell it, turn around and buy another brand new project, and repeat the process all over again. And the final benefit I'm going to mention is the current market pricing on some of these new builds. Now, not to say everything is a great deal, but there are definitely some awesome deals out there to be had. What I've been noticing myself while touring some of the newer neighborhoods is builders out there are actually offering some of these suited basement homes with the suites already in them for less than you'll find in some of the areas of the city for pre-owned suited houses. And actually in North Edmonton right now, there's a few builders that you can actually buy either a half duplex with a front double attached garage, a half duplex with a rear detached garage, and both options, in some cases, you can get them for under $400,000 with the suite already inside, which could be a very good option for those looking to get into suited home ownership. So those of you out there that aren't really interested in doing the work on your new home, whether you're a first-time buyer or a hands-off investor, these suited brand new construction options could be a great fit. By going this route, you can end up with a great property that should need minimal investment and work over the next 10 to 15 years. So how do you go about finding these new build properties? A new build is no different than buying any other real estate investment, any other investment, or any other large purchase in your life. Always start with doing your research. Start by finding the area that you actually want to be in, whether that's for yourself or your ideal tenant, and shop those different neighborhoods. There's lots of opportunities throughout the city, whether that's in the northeast, the southwest, or even some very well-priced infill areas. There are lots of options out there for you to find the right property for you. Now, once you've found the right neighborhood or the right area, next you're going to want to go through that area, find out what's being offered, and then discover what the best property type and style is for your price and your personal preference. And make sure you're staying into something that's going to fit within your budget and your goals. Once you have that figured out, start shopping through the builders that offer the exact product you're looking for in that neighborhood so you can decide on the best builder that offers the best design, styles, and pricing to suit your needs. And by doing it this way, it should dramatically lower the stress or eliminate the Netflix syndrome when it comes to shopping for a home. Now, some other tips I got for you at this point as well are to make sure you look into the area to find out what kind of amenities are being offered in the area, what's being built, schools, parks, shopping, bus stops. Check out where all these things are and start to plan for the best possible lots or spaces for your new place to go. Another thing to keep in mind when you're shopping new construction is Quite often, builders aren't super negotiable on the price they're offering. A lot of times, the price they're giving you right out of the gate is their bottom price. Now, some ways to potentially get around that are to see what the builder might be willing to throw in to close the deal, whether that's finishing the landscaping or a tankless hot water system or some other benefits that could be great for you or your tenants that you could try and get added into the deal to sweeten it up without trying to reduce the price. I actually just had a conversation with a builder yesterday that has two amazing deals right now in the McConaughey neighborhood on the north side of Edmonton. Both have all the finished landscaping done front and back. So you get an automatic upgrade right from the beginning. Now let's talk the pros and cons of having the builder do the work or you doing the work. Here are the pros for buying a basement suite already built into the home when you buy it. Number one is it's turnkey ready to rent on day one. You just move in, get your tenants moved in, get your furniture in, and you're done. Number two is everything, including your brand new suite, is all under the new home 1, 2, 5, and 10-year warranty program. Number three, no DIY needed. Move in, relax, collect your rent. And number four is you have the potential to use some of the rent from the basement suite towards your buying power when you're actually buying the home. So it can help you qualify for a little more money when it comes time to buy. And now the cons of buying with a legal suite already in the home. Now, one of those, as we already mentioned, is that more than likely getting the builder to build the suite for you is going to cost you significantly more than if you were to undertake the project yourself as a DIY, and still more than if you were to hire a secondary contractor to come in and finish it after you've taken possession. And number two on the cons is that some of the builders are very limited in what they'll offer on the layout of the basement suite. So if you're not happy with what their design work is, it's what they offer, and that's just how it is. Number three is that most builders out there don't usually build a spec home with a legal suite already in it. Now, a spec home, for those of you that don't know, is just really a fancy term for building a house without a buyer already attached to it. So when it's finished, it comes on the market and gets sold so you can move in 15 or 30 days. Whereas when it's a legally suited home, you're more than likely going to have to wait for that home to be built, which can take a lot more time to take possession. A good example of this is one of the builders that I spoke to had mentioned that buying a home right now that's ready to go with just a side door and a rough-in for the basement suite can be ready as early as September. But if you were to take that same home and add a legal suite to it, they'd have to re-go through the process with it, and it could end up taking you until November to December to finally take possession, which is adding a few extra months to your possession time. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of a suite-ready new build. Here are some of the pros. Number one, you get to do the work yourself, which means you can save a substantial amount of money on this construction. Benefit number two is that you get to decide exactly how that suite's going to be laid out. So if you didn't like how the builder did it, you can erase it, do it how you want. Your space, your home, your decision. Number three is that your mortgage payments are guaranteed to be lower because that suite that would probably have cost you $50,000 or between $30,000 and $50,000 isn't going to be on your mortgage because you're building it yourself after the fact. So you get a little bit of savings in your pocket from day one instead. And as we mentioned in the cons of the buying with a suite already in it, is that by buying without the suite and buying with it just being suite ready, you're more than likely going to save on your possession timeline because there's going to be a lot more inventory available either today or quicker to be built that's just suite ready and doesn't have a legal suite already in it. And now for the cons of buying a suite ready home. Con number one is that all construction of this suite is completely up to you. Whether you use a contractor, whether you decide to DIY, whatever your budget is, everything about it is completely up to you. So if you don't budget correctly, you hire the wrong contractors, you don't order the stuff in time, you end up dragging your timeline farther and farther and farther away, which then if you don't end up having the cash to finish, you may not end up with having a rental suite for quite a while. Con number two is that this brand new suite that you just put in will not be included under your new home warranty. So if the contractor does a poor job or if something goes sideways, all you really have to do is you can try and talk to the contractor and see what to do to fix it. Or if you did a DIY, you're stuck looking at the person in the mirror to see who's going to fix it first. And con number three is that there is no immediate rent coming in. So if you're hoping to use the rent money to offset your cost of living and enjoy life a little bit easier, you won't be getting that rent check until you have the suite fully finished, permitted, and ready to go, which means you could be waiting up to 6 months without a rent check, and that could end up being thousands of lost rent because you decided to go the DIY route instead of just having it pre-built and ready to rock and roll. Now keep in mind, this is just a small, brief video on buying new construction with a suite or a suite package, and it's not meant to cover every single thing. There are a lot more little details and things to consider. So if you do have any questions about brand new construction with legal suites, with legal suite rough-ins, or any kind of home or really any real estate question at all, feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm always here to help you get clarity and find success in your real estate goals. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and share this video with your friends and your social media accounts to make sure other awesome people out there just like you get to find success in real estate from watching videos like this. That's all I got for you today. Hope you're having an awesome day, and I will catch you on the next one.